So we are here at the final seminar of Core Organic Co-Fund. With this I would like to give you a snapshot of what was happening along the Core Organic storyline and also what is coming in the coming steps. ERANET means European Research Area Networks. And European Research Area is a concept that has been launched in the post-2000 in order to make a unified research space within the European Union. This mechanism is specific because it relies on national funders, so ministries of science or ministries of agriculture, research councils from different countries. They have their national resources dedicated to organic research. These resources can cover the needs of innovation in organic sector to a certain extent. But if you pool these resources across the national borders, then these projects or these joint resources can create larger transnational ventures that can really be responsive to the challenges in organic sector.
Yeah, as a project officer or policy officer at DG Research and Innovation of the European Commission, I was in the last years actually in charge of the Core Organic ERANET. And an ERANET is an ideal instrument of bringing funders of EU member states and associated countries together under a common strategic approach. Sometimes ERANET starts with discussion groups between ministries, often in the context of the Standing Committee on Agricultural Research. But Core Organic was different. It was created by the ministerial departments which have been in charge of organic research and innovation. Yeah, I think having funders from regional and national governments is an ideal condition actually to bring results to the ground. And the multitude of funders in the Core Organic ERANET, complemented by Commission funding, was a very good mix of funding sources to achieve a multiple of results.
So here are some highlights of the past 17 years. Since 2004, since the Core Organic as a program was launched, there were 8 transnational calls that were launched by the funding partners jointly. In this 17 years, there were 62 projects for transnational research selected for 61.9 million euros. The specialty or the main achievement of the Core Organic projects is that they provide a very good space to researchers to conduct research and then disseminate it. And it has lots of liberty to involve stakeholder partners. Multi-actor approach and interdisciplinary approach are embedded features in a Core Organic projects, meaning that the farmers, food processing associations, companies, other type of stakeholder partners are involved from the beginning of the project and participate also in dissemination of the research findings.
So I think a multitude of very impressive results, and I think also that the Green Deal and Farm to Fork strategy of the European Commission is asking for 25% of organic farming by 2030 is only possible because they are assured by results of projects such as Core Organic that it's possible. The reason why we ended ERANETs is actually that there were too many. So over time, just too many ERANETs were created, and small administrations, small ministries, smaller countries, they get requests to be involved in a multitude of ERANETs. And so they responded to this midterm evaluation of ERANETs. Please try to create maybe a more systems approach around bigger issues, not so many ERANETs. And therefore, in Horizon Europe, the Horizon Europe partnership approach was created. So we have now 4 partnerships in the making: food systems, agroecology, agriculture of data, and animal health and welfare. So partnerships which are, let's say, concentrating forces around big topics. But we hope actually that the Core Organic network continues to bring in its perspective into all relevant partnerships, because the innovation potential of, I think, the Core Organic network is needed by all the partnerships.
Over this number of years, Core Organic partners have established very strong collaboration and trust. This leads to a mandate for us as ICROFS, as a secretariat of the network, to bring partners to possible new ventures and new steps that Horizon Europe is offering, especially through the instrument called European Partnerships. And the partnership on agroecology and partnership on food systems are our first priority, or let's say thematically the areas where we would really like to contribute as, with our competencies from the organic sector. In order to offer a platform for Core Organic partners in the coming years, there will be a continuation with the Core Organic Pleiades network. Pleiades is star constellation. Since ancient time, the Pleiades, the small 7 stars, have been used by farmers to organize seasonally their work. And they have also been used by navigators in the sea to navigate the seas of our world. So both the farming and aquaculture will be in the focus of Core Organic Pleiades. The second wave of partnership formally should start around 2024. And in order to offer a bridging period where the funding partners and stakeholders can still discuss the current policy issues on organic, Core Organic Pleiades will be this type of platform. Indeed, the partnerships are a completely new instrument with a very big magnitude in a sense of pooling of the funds and the co-funding from the Commission, that it really requires quite a long preparation of 2 or even maybe 3 years.
Yeah, the advantage of Horizon Europe partnerships is that they are focusing on bigger strategic themes, that they bring together a higher amount of resources, focusing on these strategic challenges like food systems, agroecology, agriculture of data, animal health and welfare. It will be also easier for ministries actually to follow these bigger partnerships, and also as the challenges are quite high for our food system transformation towards agroecology production, towards food systems which are climate proof. The challenges are big, and therefore investment should be bigger, and this is what we hope to achieve with the partnerships. Partnerships have some flexibility how they will organize themselves, but we expect there will be calls which would be similar to ERA-nets, but also a lot of strategic collaboration of major research institutions. But all that is up to co-creation at the moment. So the year 2022 will be the year where the research and innovation agendas of all these partnerships will be created, and they will define precisely what the partnerships will invest most. So all actors, all participants in Core Organic are invited to, let's say, stakeholder meetings as they happen. But I think the coordinating team of Core Organic should also be ready to contribute to the co-drafting of the strategic research and innovation agendas of the partnerships. And I know from the partnership of agroecology and food systems that the main actors in the Core Organic network are also active in agroecology and food systems partnerships in co-creation this year.
Core Organic started with a very diverse community, and it's still a very diverse community. Organic sector is not equally developed in all countries and regions of European Union and broader European context. The ERA-nets have given a chance to everybody to be on board, to have a voice, to learn, to capacity build, and this experience should certainly be utilized and captured, preserved for the coming instruments like European partnerships, where we are moving into a quite larger size networks.
Yeah, the advantage of ERA-nets is they are targeted groups of funders who know exactly the specific agenda they are following, and we don't want to lose this specificity in the Horizon Europe partnerships. The contrary, we hope that the co-organic network continues to work together, to flourish, and to bring in their perspectives into the Horizon Europe partnerships.